Hi, Whimsy here, and we are back in Botany Manor. So, we were so close last time to finishing the game. We just had two plants left, and we found all of the clues. I thought I would pop back in and play this sooner rather than later so that we can truly finish the game. Let's jump back in. It's kind of a little bittersweet, right? I feel like I'm excited to finally finish it because we've been playing it for so long, but then I'm also a little sad too because I love this game so much. All right, so like I mentioned at the beginning, we did find a lot of the clues from the formal gardens in last episode. So I would highly recommend, if you're just popping on, to go watch the last episode to check out all of those. And then I will do my best to try to give a recap as we finish up the last two plants here. So, with that, we were able to grow the spring dance shrub, so the hydrangea, last episode. And this time we'll be working on the Fool's Emerald, which I think I have a pretty good idea what I need to do here. And then the Oscilette. And I think I'm starting to get a picture of how to do this one too. I just need to add a few more clues. So the one thing I was kind of unsure of is there's been a couple of clues that talked about some military kind of Morse code. I think the more that I'm thinking about it, the more we know that this news article here, I can show you. It was a message which talked about how the guy thought, yeah, he says, I'm convinced that what I saw was the Morse code abbreviation for attention. And so that made me also think of this book over here. Let's go grab this, which was military codes, I believe. And I can't remember if I didn't look at it super closely because it was a lot and I wasn't sure what it meant. But okay, it does have attention. Attention right at the bottom, the second to the bottom there. So abbreviations or pro signs are KA. Okay, interesting. So I think this is a clue then for this guy. And then the other thing is we did find a telegraph over in the boathouse. But this note here, yeah, was telling us where it was. So actually, let's reread that. The telegraph you ordered arrived while you were at the farmer's market. They delivered it by boat. I left it at the boathouse. Since I didn't know where you'd like to keep it, there appears to be a Morse code manual inside the case as well. Okay, perfect. So I did see this as well. So we're gonna put the clue here. And then I think what we have to do is bring the telegraph into that little grotto there. And I think if we Morse code the word attention, I think we can get that plant to grow. I think. I don't know for sure, but that's kind of where I'm at right now, as far as how we might get that plant to grow for us. Unless I'm completely missing some clue, but it does look like I only have one more clue left, and I'm assuming it's going to be this Morse code manual. Okay, so the telegraph was over here, and we already opened it, but then there is this international Morse code. So wait, let's put it back down for a second. Oh, let's do that. So for attention, it was what, KA? So we'll have to figure out how to do that with these little oh, it tells us. Okay, so dash dot dash would be K, and then dot dash would be A. Okay. So I do think we need to bring this back over to the grotto. So I will meet you guys over there. All right, so we are back over here now. I also just wanted to say, sorry if I sound a little hoarse. I feel like I usually don't record a lot in the mornings, but here I am, and I feel like my voice sounds a little lower than it usually does. Okay, so I think we need to bring, oh yeah, perfect. Okay, so let's put that there. And then we'll probably need the plant. So let's go do that real quick. I just love this. Look how fun this is. Oh, maybe I'll show this to you guys real quick too, just so you know. So how we figured out that this is a plant that needs to grow in caves was over here in this little teachy nook. We figured out that the Fool's Emerald has luciferin in it. I'm probably butchering that. And then over here, we figured out that luciferin is responsible for the glowing effect, which then made us think of that article about lights in the cave. So that's kind of just the connection there. So let's go plant our seed real quick. Last episode, I was like almost sure that I had to like catch some butterflies in order for this to light up, because it did say something about like moths pollinating, but that was not a thing, or I don't think that's a thing. Okay, Fool's Emerald. Literally right there. I would have thought that like something for a cave too would have been more like a mushroom or something that would glow, but hey, what do we know? Okay, so let's get this in here. And then I think what we have to do is just do the code for KA. So if we... Oh. Okay, here we go. So KA, so it's gonna be... Oh, there it goes. Perfect, okay. There's always like that slight pause for like a couple of seconds. Ooh, pretty. And you're like, did I do it right? Oh. Wow. Okay, so this is what that guy saw. Wow. All right. So, let's see what this has to say now. The Fool's Emerald is a vine that contains luciferin, which allows it to create light. They grow in caves, where they use the light to communicate with each other, very much like Morse code. Cool. Okay. Very cool. So pretty. Okay. Love it. Okay, so next is the Oscilette. So let's go to the boathouse, because I think that will give us all of the clues that we need for that one. So again, since this is a little bit of a hike, I will meet you guys back over there. Alright guys, we're just getting back over to the boathouse. So we do have a seed stand here, which is great. So we don't have to run back over there. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get you up to speed on what I was thinking last time. So, we found out that in this book, it said on this last page here, the Oscilette, A final, more mysterious example is the seed of the oscillette. It is known to be picked up by critters who then take it back to their nest. As soon as the animal goes to sleep, the seed sprouts into bloom. It is not quite understood how the plant is able to detect when the creature is asleep. So that was the first clue that we had. And then we found this phonograph and some records here. We also found this book last time, which gave us the heartbeat rates for different animals. So again, we're like, oh, interesting, critter. We need to figure out which critter here would align with our plant, because then what we can do is we can use this chart, which again, I'll take a screenshot of and we can use it later. We'll have to then, I believe, use the BPM of when that animal is asleep to get our seed to grow. Well, how that ties in is I saw BPMs, beats per minute, which reminded me of music. So I was like, oh, interesting. I wonder if these little cylinders have BPM notes on them, and they do. So as you can see, this one has a BPM of 70. So I think whatever critter our plant corresponds to, we'll have to pick whichever one the BPM aligns to, play it, and then our plant will grow. So that's where I'm at. Or at least that's where I got last time. So what I didn't know yet was what animal we need to align it to. So our last clue is this board game, which I have no idea what I'm doing here. So I picked this up last time, but let's maybe start by rereading the game rules. Okay, so foraging critters. Shuffle the food cards and place the stack face down in the center of the game board, which is already done. Place the food tokens around the food cards on the board. The food tokens. That must be these, right? Yeah. Place the food tokens around the food cards on the board. Place the animals on the start. So it looks like, yeah, we're like in the middle of a card game or a board game. Someone was. Players choose their animal by rolling the dice. The highest roller chooses first, and then playing the game. So take turns to roll the dice and move your animal along the woodland path. The highest roller goes first. If you land on a food tile, pick up a food card. If your animal matches the card, you can collect the token specified on the food card. So here's an example. So these must be the food tiles. And what did that say? If your animal matches the card, you can collect the token specified on the food card. Okay, so let's just take another example. Animal card. A woodland card. Okay. Let's keep reading. If you land on a gray squirrel tile, it steals all of your food tokens and they must return to the board. Okay. Okay, so these guys. Got it. Okay. And then the player who has the most food tokens in their nest at the end of the game is the winner. So, oh, the word nest. Okay. So do all of these... So remember that book over there said the critter takes it back to the nest. So do all of these red squirrels nest, a rabbit's nest, a mole's nest. Okay, so this is not helping as far as condensing down, but hedgehog and mouse. Okay. The player who has the most food tokens in their nest at the end of the game is the winner. Okay. So woodland card. Okay, so if I drew the woodland card and I was a rabbit, wood mouse, or red squirrel, I could collect 3 tokens. Okay. I'm not sure if any of this matters. I'm just trying to kind of understand what I need to do here. So, field cards are the red squirrel. Animal cards are the hedgehog and the mole. And then the meadow cards are the rabbit, wood mouse, and mole. I feel like why would you ever pick the hedgehog? The hedgehog only fits into one of those cards, right? So you're kind of losing out. Everyone else has 2. Interesting. Okay. So then let's see what's going on over here. So the North American gray squirrel is larger than the red and with smaller ears. It forages food but can also digest some seeds straight away. Okay. Hedgehogs are protected from predators by their coat of needles. They live in burrows in both field and woodland habitats. Okay, so they live in burrows. Okay. Rabbit. Rabbits live in many habitats in burrows underground. They come above ground to graze in the morning and evening. Okay. Moles live underground and have poor vision. They find food and mates using their sense of smell and touch. Okay. The wood mouse. Wood mice are very small and live in woodlands, but also many other habitats, including fields, parks, meadows, and gardens. Okay. And then the red squirrel. So red squirrels live in nests high up Red squirrels live in nests high up in the trees. They sometimes forage food back to the nest to keep for later. Ah, okay. So I wonder if this is the one. This is the one that explicitly calls out a nest. Okay, let's reread this real quick, because it didn't really give us a habitat, right? A final, more mysterious example is the seed of the oscillette. It is known to be picked up by critters who then take it back to their nest. As soon as the animal goes to sleep, the seed sprouts into bloom. It is not quite understood how the plant is able to detect when the creature is asleep. Okay. I feel like we try with the red squirrel, right? Okay, so let's maybe go get our seed ready. I guess worst case scenario, if it's not the red squirrel, we can try a bunch of other... We can try those other animals that are on that board. So, pot is ready. Let's put some soil in. Put our seed in. Water it. Okay. Oh, you know what? I suppose before I do this, too, I should... Oh, I didn't put the Morse code in here. Dang. Okay. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so all of these would go in here then. Okay, cool. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna go with the theory that it's the red squirrel for now. So, we would come over here. We would find red squirrel, so on the right-hand side there. And when it's awake, it has a 300 BPM, but when it's asleep, it has 120. So, we're gonna have to go over to these records and figure out which one has 120. So let's inspect this one. Blossom. Song by the Valley Quartet. That's 90. This one was 70, wasn't it? Let's check. Yeah. That one's 50. Oh, here we go. Okay, Meadows Bliss, 120. Okay, I'm just going to check what this one is real quick, too. That's 100. Okay. I don't know if the duration matters to us, but we're gonna put this in there. What's that do? Ah, okay. Okay. So I think if we play this now, that should grow. Ah, there it goes. Look at that. Nice. Okay. So the Oscilette seed, it's really loud. The Oscilette seed is picked up by small animals, such as the red squirrel. Botanical researcher, complete every page. Ah, yay. Okay, so the Oscilette seed, oh my god, hold on. Okay, we're gonna turn you off. Ah. Okay, so the Oscilette seed is picked up by small animals, such as the red squirrel, who then store it inside their nests. Once the animal falls asleep, the Oscilette depends upon the heartbeat vibrations to break open and bloom. Okay, oh, go to gatehouse. Okay, okay. I was gonna say, the music started to change. I wonder if it was making us go over there. Okay. Cool. Okay, so, oh yeah, we did see that. Okay. Okay, I think we can go this way. So excited. I think instead of fast forwarding, guys, I'll let you come on the journey with me this time. Okay, hold on. We're gonna turn the music down a little bit. Oh my gosh. Okay. We'll bring you along with me for this journey back up to the gatehouse because it will very likely be our last. So let's get back up there. We can take in the views. Okay, I think I go this way. Yeah. Can't tell if there's like two different pieces of music playing right now, but it doesn't sound as nice as it usually does. Okay, and then yeah, we can go through here. Okay. I'm curious how they're gonna end this. Bye, mansion. I hope to see you again. Is it gonna like finally let us out? Apology from Jimmy. I apologize wholeheartedly. Okay, wait, we already saw this one. So, oh, cool. We can like mail it in. Let's do it. Mayflower Publishing House. And there we go. Aww. Okay, I've just turned on the music even more. I don't know, for whatever reason, the music sounded weird in that last little sequence there. I don't know if there was maybe a bug or if that was the music, but wow, guys, we are finally done. I'm like excited and happy that we're finally, you know, have the whole story. Oh my god, I feel like it keeps getting louder. Okay. I'm so happy that, we finally completed this one. I really love this game. I think every episode I literally said, it's such a beautiful game. So I hope that the devs make another game, whether it's in like the same world, Botany Manor. I would love. It's like a Botany Manor 2. I don't know what the storyline would be there, but I would absolutely play it. Or just watching whatever the devs put out next. I mean, this was such a polished, beautiful game, such a cool idea. Some puzzles were fairly kind of like easy to figure out, what to do. But there were definitely others where I did get stuck and like I had to kind of go look for clues as far as what to do next. So I think that's always just a really nice balance too. Everything's not super hard, but everything's not super easy as well. Curious to see what the last thing is here. Ooh, 1 year later. Oh, we get to play a little bit. Okay. Oh my gosh, is this gonna be like to be continued and then I will leap for joy? Oh, is she, she's doing her class, right? I love that. I love like little birds up here too, the robins. Okay, so it doesn't want us to go up there. Hi, little bird. Okay, so we have something here. Certificate presented to Lady Arabella Green by the Women's Education Union. Yes. On the occasion of her opening the Green School of Botany on April 12th, 1891. Oh, you know what? I love this because this is such a nice arc. Because so many times we had letters that we found throughout the mansion with people saying like, you're a woman. You shouldn't be doing this. And so I love that they did this at the end. Ceremonial key. Do I get to like take that and open a new area? Can I take it? No? Okay. So I did see something that we could go look at over here, and I'm assuming it doesn't, well, that will let us go out. Okay, so there's a couple of things here. So cool. Okay, let's check this out. Ah, it's ours. Love that. So they're studying our book. That is so cool. There, of course, we have the apple. Teacher's apple. Bell, attention. Ooh, there's this guy. Do you remember this guy? It was like one of the first ones that we did, I think. Okay, so Forgotten Flora. Oh my gosh, I love this. Lesson 1. Oh, there we go. Yup, the windmill wort. That's that guy. So, air purifying flowers. Oh, jeez. Okay. Classroom layout. Eliza, Jessica, Catherine, Ada, Mary, and Thomasina. I can't remember who all of these people are. I do know that, weren't there like, I don't know if it was nieces, someone that she was related to, I thought. Or maybe it was a friend wanted to have her girls come and learn. Okay. This like my little desk over here. Letter from sister. My dear Flora, I'm terribly sorry your herbarium didn't get picked up for publishing, though I am most excited about your new plans to turn Botany Manor into a botanical academy. I look forward to visiting the school and meeting the talented students you have taken under your wing. Let's hope they carry on our fight. Lots of love, Elizabeth. P.S. Arabella, I hope you don't mind me still calling you by your childhood pet name. That's what I was wondering, Flora. Cute. There she is, the original. Okay, let's put that back there. Okay. So that's actually really interesting that we... Oh, can I put it there? That's actually really interesting that... Oh, here we go. The end. Oh, okay. Oh, I love that. So, I don't know if us seeing this at the end here too, it was actually like a setup for maybe a Botany Manor too, because I was actually thinking like it would be cool if there was like a school then that she had started, and maybe next time we take on like the role of one of the students and we still get to like explore Botany Manor, but this time with a bunch of different plants that we need to figure out. And what's nice about that is that it can play along that vibe of we are as like a student now trying to go through like our coursework and like figuring out what Arabella is trying to teach us. So I'm hoping, crossing my fingers, that that maybe is like the next route that they're going. With that, guys, let me know what you thought about Botany Manor, if you're going to be playing it too, if you had played it already, and if you enjoy series like these and you want to maybe do a similar series. I don't know what that would be yet, so if you have recos, definitely let me know as well. But with that, guys, say goodbye to Botany Manor, and I will see you in the next series.